On this side, hey guys, I just fed all the ducks and I thought let me just feed them first because this is probably one of the hardest things these days. And then I want to show you what modifications I did to the big tamale. Yeah, here she is. Some doves coming to check it out as well. Let me just get up here first. I'm a little sweaty. Yeah, it's warm. It's warm. It's not hot. It's warm. So let me change the view. So this is the view from the back of the big tamale. Guys, it's big. These panels weigh approximately, I'd say, 120 pounds each. I carried them all here alone, and I had to pull them up with my fingertips. My mom just pulled it towards her so they stood straight up so I could grab them, pull them up and mount them on this frame. This thing is huge. Look at this. Now I had it, it's a little dirty at the moment. I want to clean it again tomorrow. But it was just pointing at the sun. It went, it's not actually down. The sun is now just behind that tree over there. But it is still picking up power. It is still making power. Now here in South Africa, it will pay off because we have got, like I said before, the second best solar opportunities in the world. The only place beating us is the Sahara Desert, and that's in the northern hemisphere as far as I know. Yeah, Africa is a big place, guys. Believe me, you fly over it, you fly 10 hours at 1,000 kilometers an hour to get over it, and it's a big piece of land. And when you see it now, this is the part that I want to show you. This part. This, that, on that side, and what's running up here and there. Because if you look at this thing, it did bend. It did bend that center shaft. But it bent it right where it exits the bearing. Slanting it slightly forward, but it's because, guys, all the weight is on the front when this thing is in this position, and it's in this position twice a day. When the sun comes up from that side, when it peaks between just there, it just comes up, and now this whole thing has to face that way so that you can get the early rays. Otherwise you're only gonna get solar power once it's 12 o'clock, but you can have it at 7 o'clock already if you've got a big tamale. So with that bending that happened, I can bend it straight. I did put this thing back. I can just use the remote control and it will, well, pick it up, and once it's picked up, I can just hang on the one side, push on the other side and bend it straight. But I thought, no, wait a minute. It will be good if it is going to be slanting forward a little bit, because then it's going to be able to stand up really, really straight up if it's supported. So I built this little part here now. The square, I would have loved to have made it round, but now what I need to still do is build from here upwards also a square like that. But they're never going to touch. They're not supposed to ever touch. But if the wind blows so violently that that whole part moves, and this that is level now moves, onto the level part that is extremely strongly supported throughout this whole roof, it will touch it and it won't be able to move it further. My welding isn't so that great today. I burned so much welding up there today. Denise Maddox, thank you very much. Good morning, Zoo House crew. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Take care and stay safe. Please, Bill, say hi. Yeah, thank you so much, Denise. Look at the things that I'm building because of you guys. And yeah, I ran out of this. It cost about 400 Rand, so that's about $20. Yeah, about $20 for 6 meters of this. It's a 50 by 50. That's about a 2-inch by 2-inch square tubing. And I was able to construct that frame with it. So now I need to make one for the bottom. Now this is going to increase the strength of the big tamale tremendously. So for $20 of extra steel, okay, $40 of extra steel, it's quite an easy investment if you're thinking, I want this thing to last 10 years. So that is the plan. That's what I am trying to do here. And this thing, this shaft that runs through there, that picks this thing up, at one point it touches right over here and it looked like it's not going to make it. It's coming straight for this, but it lifts up and it goes there. So I will still be able to put my steering wheel on. But that was just for fun, but there it is. It's just tacked on there. It's not welded fully shut yet because I just want to test it first in case I need to take something off or shift it around. But now I'm going to start working on the bottom support that is going to go into these supports holding the whole thing up. Guys, this is a bigger thing than I ever thought it was going to be. Let me just climb down. But yeah, I'm mostly on the roof these days. But there's, the sun is still there. We're still getting power from it. Not much, because you can't even see the sun. But you can still collect that light. And if you are, yeah, you guys, just grab my internet here. And if you need that electricity, it is there to use. This is my kit slash, I don't know what else to call it, tiger food prepare place. Some parts of the helicopters, just cleaning them, making sure they are nice and clean. I took them off the market for a while. I think people still need to realize that these things are getting really expensive. And I'm going to increase the price. That's the only way to do it. If they don't want to buy it at a bargain, they don't want to buy it, they want it for free. And that ain't going to happen. They're going to have to pay extra now. But yeah, here it is. Still pulling 288 watts out of the big tamale. And we're using 1.54, so it's not really giving that much now. But guys, if your batteries are only going to last that long, it's only going to last that long, and you'll be in the dark. So that thing is saving me a lot of money now. I speak to the average South African, and they are spending around about 5,000 Rand on electricity a month. Then it's 2 people, 1 TV. I'm a little sweaty in my face now. But 1 TV, and that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Wait, let me go get their food. So I'm going to leave the internet there for a second. So yeah, I am spending 1,000 Rand, and it lasts 2 months. with the big tamale, because I'm only using, let me just wipe my face here with this. You must always have a towel in the summer in your kitchen. Come on, let's go. This place is clean as can be. No animals in here. That is it. Come on, Katas, even you. Because you wake me up in the middle of the night to come and carry you out of here. Let me just find a way to carry this. You can go feed the boys. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. So guys, yeah, it is working. Katas, let me just get her. I'm not going to leave her here because she is going to call me later to come and fetch her. And I am not going to. Come on, let's go. Yeah, let's go. You are so big. You're bigger than a dog. But she is one of my favorites. Yeah. When I wake up in the morning, guys, she sits right by my face and she touches my nose. I have to constantly watch that I don't have a scratch on my nose just because she wants to touch my nose. Come on, Diego, are you guys hungry? Woo. Grab this internet. Let's go, let's go. Are you ready? You guys ready? Smell the chicken. So the machine has been supplying power. We've been running the fridges for the tigers constantly, day and night, through load shedding with the battery system to make sure that we can supply enough. Okay. Whew. And it works. Let's just see. Mutkadir Ali. Okay. Here comes the first one. Diego, here's the second one. Guys, they missed the chicken. I think the chicken is just so much more meaty and easier to eat. And they really missed it. So I still have some red meat for them. I'll give it to them in a month or two. Got it frozen. So, oh, that's the sound of a Diego. And then they can enjoy that again. And yeah, so my whole year so far has been planned around getting as much as possible done with as little as possible money. And I am afraid there is a lot of companies that are not going to be making money out of me anymore. Bad for economy, but hey, if you are pushed to it, what are you going to do? You cannot just sit around and keep on supplying and supplying. You have to eventually pull the line. And that's what I did. So, trying to survive. But I'm getting it really well right with the help of my friends. So, yeah, just want to say thank you again to my friends. You know who you are. You've been helping me, because when there is no other way, then they are there to help me. Oh, this thing is so annoying. Because now what happens is I've got a single point where I can carry this internet. But now that single point wants to move over the buttons of the thing. And then I press the buttons when I'm holding it there. Can't win. But yeah, so now I'm giving chicken again to the cats. Let me show you guys. Unfortunately, I still buy the cat food. A lot of cats do eat it. He's so cute. I never had the time to bond with him. I'm still hoping I could. But they are getting a chicken as well. And hey, that's my car's compressor that just went off. First time I heard that. That means that the air in that short little pipe that lifts the back suspension was under pressure. And it just brought it back up. And look, everything switched on. The capacitor switched on. Let me show you guys. So if I'm driving around and where's my button? I'm used to having it. Oh, there it is. If I press that button, it lifts. And there's the release. So then I pump up the suspension at the back so the thing don't do wheelies, and I can just pull it back. It will pump up the suspension, and that's the air that was in there now. So just to answer a question, what was that? Not that anyone asked it, but yeah, it's a good question to have up here. What if I forget about it? And I don't know what it is. I was actually filling up the green stuff over there just now, and I realized that I have got this car standing here for 5 years built. Still driving it. It still lasts. It is still usable. I just built it and it stayed reliable. That's amazing. Now guys, I've built a lot of things in my life. The big tamale, by far, probably one of the most difficult things. But this Porsche, with this engine and all these radiators, I mean, there's a big intercooler in the bumper over here. An intercooler that is meant to cool air that's cooling the water that flows through that V8. And another thing that is quite important, it works. I love it when I can say that at the end of a job like that. Oh, this thing is so annoying. It works. There you can hear them. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear them. I'll zoom in there because my camera can zoom as well. You'll hear the cars. Those are the cars. Here in Brakpan we do have a place where the Rock, where everybody comes together and they look at a 200-meter stretch just for that real experience of a pull off and a win. And it's short, so you better be quick on it. And I remember with my Lamborghini being on there, and that thing is like a bar of soap, guys, but I did it. And I beat the guy that diced me. He was a friend of mine. He didn't think I was going to make it. He thought, no way you're going to make it. This thing is built for the 200 meters. We made it as light and as this and as that and as all. And I just got into my yellow Diablo. One of the first ones. I was so lucky to have that car. To drive it for 9 years as my everyday car. And guys, I won him straight up. And I didn't even do nothing. But yeah, I brought trappies up here. You see, there is still sun, and the sun is still high. Wait, now I am gonna collect some rays again. I thought it set. It was set already. Look at that. There it is. So Can you see my point? Why I built it? Why I'm putting so much effort in it? Even though it's going to take a year to figure the whole thing out. But it's going to work. Oh, there's something wrong. People getting off the road. Don't know what that car is. Probably something going on. And then we've got the bunnies and the hedgehogs. No man, these aren't hedgehogs. Where am I coming from with hedgehogs? The chickens over there. The guinea pigs. The flutes. The chickens. They're hanging out over here, eating some green. And yeah, I'm impressed. The sun is still there. It is. We're collecting energy still. Yeah. Everything is green now here in South Africa. Oh, this thing. I wish I could just, I don't know. I really don't know what to do with it. It is such an inconvenience to walk around your premises with this thing. Look at that. Now it's falling apart. I'm gonna have to hold it, pinch it like this now. Luckily I've fed the ducks already. Tigers are eating over here. We put it just down here for a few minutes. Enzo, are you guys done already? I do have a strap here, but the strap is in the middle and it just came off. So here's the strap. So I've made it in such a way that I can just put my one finger in here and I can carry it with one finger while using the other fingers. But it's worse than the big tamale. I just had to say that. It was a big job building that thing. But it is paying off. I am gonna make it. That's the main thing, with a little help from my friends. Basin is a common name for a bowl or a tub. Yeah, that's the thing in Afrikaans, we call it a bak. A bak. It's such an easy thing. We don't have, and then you put the meat in the bak. That's why a car like the pickup I have is called the bakkie. Now that is where the word came from. It's because it has a bak, a bucket at the back, and that's where the Afrikaans people talk about a bakkie in South Africa. That means it's a utility vehicle, but everybody calls it a bakkie. And it works so well. Nobody will ever call it anything else. You know, a company will make a professional ad and they will call it a bakkie because that's what it is. Let me read some of the comments first while the boys are still eating. Oh, I could go to see crystal change. Yeah. I'm out of this conversation. I'm not going to be able to pick it up. Too many things. But hi, Deborah, did you make it? And Stacy, how is it being a moderator now? Have you been attacked yet? I want to warn you, you're going to get that. It happens sooner or later when you are going to do something, you're going to delete something, you're going to do something, then they're going to say, who was that? And they want to know, and then everybody's going to point to it was Stacy. And then you're going to get it, but then you need to be tough. You need to be real tough. Yep. No, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Bruce Wayne, how did you like those tigers videos I sent you? Yes, I liked them. The one where the guy is playing with the tiger and the tiger is on a leash, but they jump up and scratch you with the back claws even, and he bit him on the arm. Now I had that same scenario. The video is out there. We were standing around here. I had a rope on a stick and I was swinging it around. Oh, come on you guys, give me a break please. And I was swinging it around, and Enzo was sleeping there, and I had a guy here from the UK, and he kept on asking me to go in by the tigers and go in by the tigers, and I didn't want to. And eventually and I'm very disappointed in myself that I allowed him to push me to that point where I did enter the tiger enclosure. And guys, as I was busy playing with the tiger that does not want to play at that moment, Enzo jumped up and he's high. He was big already. And he grabbed me. Well, he can bite you around this area because his mouth can open up that big. And he grabbed me, but I managed to hit him off, and the video is out there. And then he was happy because you never allow those guys to come and film. That's what I learned there. He phoned me a year later. He said, hey, you want to do it again? I'm in South Africa again. Oh, this time we're willing to pay you. I said, you know what? Don't even come around, because you just wanted that thing to kill me, and you would have made some money on the side. So I was very disgusted with him. There's certain things you don't provoke people to do. And that's illegal. Did you know that that's a crime? That's a criminal offense. If you are going to paint something rose colory for someone to run into the street in front of all the small trucks, and they do it, and you have convinced them, and they wouldn't have done it if you didn't convince them, then you have murdered that person, and the law will see it like that. So yeah, people, be careful when you. And also another thing, like in South Africa, there's a lot of motorbikes, and late at night you hear them rev the hell out of those things, and it sounds great, everybody's had it at parties and things, but then they start daring each other to take it to the ultimate, to take those things racing 11, 12 o'clock at night after they've had a few beers. Guys, you cannot do that. Now it happens here, and I don't know. Yeah, you play with tigers until tigers play with you, and then you realize that it hurt and you are not really happy with your decision that you have made. If you're Irish, you are racially based, but you never heard about us because our enemies run the world. My great-granddad came out of Ireland. He brought his 5 sons. to Cape Town, 1899. I guess he had enough of Ireland. Why would someone leave Europe to come and live in South Africa? Guys, you're not going to believe this, but his friend was Clark Gable. Yeah, they were friends on the same ship. He just didn't come to South Africa later. He kept going. Hey Michael, next Wednesday is my birthday. Can you give me a shout out for my birthday? Yes, Keaton Ford. Happy birthday for your birthday next Wednesday, in case I forget. Well, I'll try and remember it. Yeah, 5 sons. Samuel is the family name. My dad's name was Samuel. My niece was born first in our generation, so she took the name Samantha. Now, in the previous generation, my granddad was also Samuel Jameson, and the original great granddad of mine who came from Ireland, his name was also Samuel Jameson. So if someone ever in Ireland, I don't know if there's a record of it when they left there. I don't know what town. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm here at the southern point of Africa. Okay, not at the southern point. 500 kilometers from the southern point. Sorry, 2,000 kilometers from the southern point. Guys, Africa is huge. Never make that mistake. This place is big. And if someone in Ireland ever find a piece of paper or something that shows from 1899 to 1900, round about there, ships leaving for South Africa, and I would really appreciate it to know even just in which town they were from, because I would like to visit that town one day and walk the streets just for the day where my previous great grandparents and whatever walked, just to experience it. It's just around 1899. That's when the ship came here. So I guess anything from a year before and even before that, 1898 even maybe. But they must have bought tickets or something, and I know that there's a lot of record being kept, especially in Europe. It was civilized, it was books, it was things. Melissa F, thank you. Michael, I noticed that part 2 video had twice the views. The titles really make a difference, I think. Love ya. Thank you, Melissa. Yes, Melissa F. Melissa F. Yeah, that's what I have a problem with YouTube with. Because YouTube is judge a book by its cover. That is back. They say never judge a book by its cover, but YouTube made judge a book by its cover. It made it the whole thing. So the algorithm picks up when people are provoked. So you have to provoke people with funny titles or titles that shock them. I could make very bad titles and they would do very well. I just feel like I've cheated you, that's all, and I don't want to feel that. That's why I don't do it. But yeah, you have to really make videos, put the worst thing on the thumbnail and give it the worst title, and you will make views. But But they say the algorithm will pick it up and will, if you click off immediately, the algorithm will not be showing it to so many people. But then it's already shown it to a lot of people. So that's why sometimes a video could, just by doing something, go a long way. But that's a millisecond of that video. Remember, I gave them 2 pieces of meat to eat. And Enzo decided to show that he's the alpha male. Where is Pokey? For 1 millisecond. I zoomed in on that. I took some screenshots and I turned it around and took another screenshot, so because I just had it on the side of my camera. And you know that where the thing says run and everybody runs, and I thought, let me do that, let me put run there. And this is, guys, this is all wrong. I'm doing this to get people now to go and watch that 1 millisecond. But they stick around, they watch the rest, the algorithm picks it up. It says, well, people are finding it interesting, let's show this to more people, and then you pick up your channel. That's how your channel picks up. I remember when my channel really picked up, I started making much more videos of driving around, going to places, buying the stuff, preparing the food, making 20-minute videos. But then a lot of people complained about 20-minute videos. They didn't want to watch such long videos. And I told them, just speed it up. Just click on that one button there and go to 1.25 or 1.5, and you will have a really quick video played. I do it. I watch videos in a speed that is higher than normal, because then I can watch 20 videos in one night. And you just have to be able to process it. You have to be able to listen quick. You have to be able to not repeat it, because if you're going to have to go back and listen to it again, if you missed something a guy said, then you're wasting time. Then it's going to take you even longer. So you have to know how to take the shortcuts on the long videos. If you ever want to watch one of the lives and you've got half an hour, put it on double the speed. I will speak slowly then. Yeah, our king is just from the Germans. I don't know what that means, Chris. I just see a comment here and there. Those the imposters to Chris. Whoa, this sounds like there's a battle going on. Michael, I wish you could do a live every day. I love your accent so much. Nadine, if you really heard the accent that I am supposed to speak with, then you would hear this coming out of my mouth. This is really the way that the Afrikaner persoon is talking English. So this is the real accent. I have slightly modified it so it is lighter on the ear. Could you understand that? Were you able to understand that silly accent of mine? Mutkadir Alim! Hi Michael, this is for you and the zoo house. And how did you meet Jackie? Thank you so much. How did I meet Jackie? Guys, she was still young. And she's 9 years younger than me. So when you're young, that's very young. But she was 16-ish, 16 years old, and we went to a nightclub. There was a nightclub in Springs. The nightclub was called Alcazar. And we always went to this nightclub, and I drove the Porsche, and I stopped right there in front of the place. They had a VIP parking for me. Uh, I was always hardworking, and I could always afford nice clothes, but not really shoes. I ran out of money when it came to shoes. I had to buy the cheapest shoes, but I had nice jackets, and I was well dressed, and I looked good. Then I was pumping iron, and we were always there. We hung out there. And I saw her there. She had long blonde hair, but the straightest long blonde hair you've seen in your life. And she had a fringe. And she looked really, really pretty. Now, guys, I once had a photo of her and I held it against pictures of stars like Britney Spears and Madonna, and the posters were on the walls, and I had this picture, and I said, they better look out, she's looking better than them. So she was really good looking, and I remember walking past her, and I saw her, and I saw her hair. You know, that kind of hair takes years and years to grow, and not to bugger it up. And well, I started talking to her, and we started connecting, but she was still young. And yeah, she's not gonna like what there was 5 girls that wanted me. They were all there. So when she found out that there was other girls who wanted me as well, I remember her hitting me in the ribs with her elbow, and I didn't see her for 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years I didn't see her. Then one day I'm at a nightclub again, standing by the bar, looking cool, having a beer, and here she comes walking past, and with these pool tables, you know, where you play pool and stuff, upstairs. And she goes up, and I say, hey, that's Jackie, I know her. And she's looking, well, good as ever. And I go and I talk to her. And I was actually there with another girl. I just gave her a ride there. We had nothing between us. She's also from the area, so I would just give her a ride there and back at night. No problem. We live in the same area. And she had a guy there that she was with, and apparently this guy was very into himself. He was very confident with himself, and he told her that she should go out with him that night so he can show her how all the girls are going to be hanging on him, and then she should go out with him. That's what she told me. And then I just walked up there and I started talking to her, and took her out on a date the next night, and the next, and the next, and the next, up till today. So yeah, that was how I met Jackie. So I met her twice, but we had a gap of 4 years between, because she was still very young. She was 16 years old. Yeah, yeah, she's a very good looking person. She does not like features of herself, which I like. I'm attracted to her, and some of the features that I am attracted to, she hates about herself. So yeah, but it's funny how it works. But we've been together for what's it, 20 years. We've been going out. We're together 20 years. So she's doing the monkeys. I'm here by the tigers and the ducks and the stuff. But yeah, she's probably watching this. But I had a previous relationship of 10 years when Jackie was still in primary school. She was still um, really young. Um, so when that didn't work out, uh, I met her. Because guys, I'm I'm 49 now. So time has flown, and it doesn't feel that long ago. It feels the last 10 years were, guys, the last 10 years was the quickest that I felt time move. We had a thing that happened then that we marked this 10 years with that was not a good thing. And I'll tell you, it is really quick. Went by so quick. But we never, not me, I'd run stark naked down the street, Mal. But yeah, it's not difficult to find someone that you could work on a relationship with. It's not difficult. Uh, if you are an approachable person with reasonable decency, and I'm not somebody who swears a lot. I'm not going to swear on my lives and this and that. But Jackie did. She sweared a lot, and still she swears a lot. And but I told her, you've got to stop this. This is sounding terrible. I don't like the way you talk this way, and it is ugly words. I can show you your friends where you grew up with. And but if you've got reason, just if you're just proper, just not, how can I put it? If you go out, you meet someone, if you are polite, it's easy to find someone to spend the rest of your life with. You never know how long the rest of your life is going to be, but it is not such a difficult thing. Some people are having really hard time finding spouses or someone just to be with, and it is not that difficult. But I have friends who are having a lot of difficulty finding someone to have someone in their life. And I can tell them their faults. I don't want to point their faults out to them, but uh, if you smoke, you cut it in half. That's it. If you are someone who drinks a lot, I'm not talking having a beer, I'm talking about a guy that drinks a bottle of whiskey at night. You cut that in a quarter, and then so it goes until eventually you have outperformed everyone and you're alone. But I would say to a lot of people, I came out of an era where we were fine going to nightclubs. We could go there, it was safe. We got there, we had a great time. We didn't, we, I've never been approached with drugs or anything of the sort. In South Africa, I have never been. And because they knew I am not in that game. That is not something I am going to be interested in. So I wasn't very influenceable by the things that's going to get you in the long run. Let's just call it that. I drank a beer, that's it, you know. But sometimes it goes too far. Not me, I'd run stark naked down the street now. That's owns imposter. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, you don't really want to go and introduce you to mom then. Yeah. But I think my live chat is just going slow. It stops now and then. If you don't smoke, that's a plus. Yeah, absolutely. Jackie does smoke, and I'll tell you, it's not nice. I do not appreciate it. Remind him if he misses it. Yeah, Michelle. Oh, but Michelle said she's not going to be able to make it today, guys. She's having trouble with her internet. Uh, but I think smoking smells bad and not good for anyone else's health either. Yeah, and you have to look after yourself. You know, you have to. How can I put it? You have to keep healthy and stay fit. Everybody gets into that point where they've got a window of beauty. They are in that window at a certain age, and then they are attractive. And the longer you can keep that going for yourself, the better. If you're going to let that go, it's going to be a problem. Uh, and you will also start getting things like diabetes. For instance, if you pick up a lot of weight, type 2 diabetes, it is a proven fact that you have to watch what you eat now. And you've always had to watch what you ate. Now, I remember the Brat, was it the Brat Pack? That was just when I was smart enough to listen to stuff. They were putting them on pastas and things, and they were feeding them wrong. They were feeding them wrong. The experts were wrong. Used to drink beer to lose my shyness, but I said, F that. Science, how about a viral kiss? Pokey. But yeah, it's and you get into problems. You run into problems, and you have to solve those problems, and that keeps you together as well. I think a trouble-free relationship is also not some. Yes, that's a good idea, Deborah Cream. Why do you only say it now? Let's go give him some cream. But yeah, I'm very adaptable. I'm a very adaptable person. Probably too adaptable. Like, I'll be meeting a bunch of space aliens. 10 minutes, we'll be standing by the bar, telling jokes, So I'm real easygoing. I can just see that now. Yeah, trappies. Let me just get down here. Turn the fridge up a little bit because it didn't keep stuff cool enough. Okay, boys, where are you guys? Are you ready for cream, Diego? Okay, wait, let me just put this in here. Come on, guys. Yeah, why not put it? Hey, come on. Ooh, this is going to be great, Diego. Great. Oh, it's amazing. And for Enzo, wow. This amazing or what, Diego? After you've had all that beef and the chicken and the stuff and now green? Oh no, you two boys are getting spoiled. Those eyes. Big round eyes. I like spoiling them. Why? Why not? You know, guys, life is so short. And we had a thing that happened here that was very, very negative. Someone that it was. I don't want to talk about it actually, but yeah, it was a very, very negative thing where children paid the ultimate price. And then you start thinking, why can't the tigers have some cream? Give them as much as you can while they are alive and enjoying it. And the dogs as well. Look at him. Yeah, he's really roly-poly, guys. Sagis is still not that bad, Frank, but he is really bad. Here you go. Look at that now. Look at Enzo. Always enjoying this. Yeah, he's gonna take your foot. Don't let him. Is there still space in you, Zach? There's still space in Diego. He's got a lot of space. Enzo, what are you licking there? Are you guys getting ticks off one another? That would be a smart idea. Because here is one. There's one in his face, a tick that Enzo just took off. I think they are making a deal of removing ticks from one another, guys. I would be really surprised if that is true, because they cannot reach it, and Enzo did have quite a few. He still got one there. I bought the stuff, I just have to put it on. It's finished now, Zach. And I think that Enzo was removing a tick out of Diego's neck just now. Well, that's going to surprise me. That would be next level tiger things. I mean, where can you see that happen? They love cream more than... Okay. Can you believe it? I love Farkia. We didn't walk that way today, guys. Sorry about that. We'll do it again soon. We're at 58 minutes already. If I go there now, it's just going to be dogs barking, and then we're going to be there for too long. Yeah, it's nice giving them the cream. I think there's no harm whatsoever in giving it to them. I don't think they are lactose intolerant. I mean, they do drink on their mother when they're little. Maybe it's a little different, but maybe it's not so different. If they got sick from it, I would immediately have stopped it. Yeah. Well, it's starting to get dark, but see how much longer it stays light now. And it is gonna help having a longer day, getting more done. Hey Enzo. Well guys, I am about to say goodbye. Donation from Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you for the donations, guys. It's really helped Chris, the help that you gave me as well. On, I still have a few people to thank from the GoFundMe. Your names are there. I'm just terrible at doing it. But, and Deborah, you know what. Thanks, everybody. Well, let me get going. I've still got a few little things to do before it's dark. And I'm going to go turn the big tamale. And then I might have 10 minutes to sit down and do nothing. My chickens are actually the most lactose tolerant since they domesticated cows and drank their milk. Oh, Sarah. Michael, is your PayPal still working? Yes. Michael Jameson 996 at gmail.com. Guys, the old email address that I had, the one that said WOL, that is no longer going to be working. I know even Denise Maddox used that one, and this week I spoke to PayPal, getting a lot of things figured out on my account, and we deleted that email address. So that one is not going to work. Michelle, you just phoned me. But if I pick up, it's going to die. We've tried it before. She probably phoned me by accident. Science, are you on Instagram? I love you, Michael. Thank you, Liam. Bye, everyone. Take care. Thank you for everything, guys. And he's also coming to say goodbye. Are you saying goodbye? Oh, that's nice of you. All right, guys. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Bye.